second episode of the Spiritual Stylist Podcast. And today I have my first guest, my bestie, client, soul sister, Kiki. We're gonna be doing her hair today, a little blowouts, talk about some different things, get into it, and yeah, we're gonna start off by cleansing her energy. How we like to, start a session when it's, personalized with Mel. This is that late night session.
Yeah, that VIP.
That VIP. So this is sage, and it just helps to eliminate any energies that are lingering from the day. Soft little sage. That smells good. Okay. So here we go, friend. Drop the low. Gonna give you a nice blowout.
Yes.
How do you want me to start?
Yeah. 90s blowouts.
Juicy?
Juicy,
blowout?
luminous.
Okay. So let's first start off with
Ooh, cold.
So why don't you give a little intro on yourself and where you're from and what you do, so nobody knows.
All right.
Even though you're my OG client, if anybody follows me, they know that.
Right. Okay, so my name is Kiki. Well, my friends call me Kiki. My real name is Kiarrah, and I sing, I act, I model as well. I love to perform. So if you know me, you know that I've been performing for the past couple of years now. And yeah, I've established myself as a vocalist that sings around town. I also started my acting career not too long ago. And so yeah, I've been doing that for a while and just doing what I love. Working hard. Working a lot.
Yeah, you're a hustler.
I'm
All
hustling.
My friends are hustlers.
For sure, but this year I'm actually working on finding a better balance between that hustle and doing the things that I need to do for myself, like my mental health, my physical health, and my spiritual health.
I love that.
That's it.
I love that. So even though we were talking about this, we're gonna talk about New Year's resolutions, and even though it's not the real New Year and what we're talking about that, but how do you plan to incorporate that in this next year, and then we'll get into when the real New Year is.
So the energy of the new year, I guess, is flowing through society. So I guess it's still an energetic thing that's there. I haven't really thought of any specific resolutions per se, just because I feel like I'm the type of person that if I tell myself that I need to have this New Year's resolution, I just feel like it's a lot of pressure, and I low-key do not do good under pressure. So I feel like it's not necessary to put so much pressure on myself to have these New Year's resolutions, rather than to just continue to manifest and what's it called? What's the word? Attract. Manifest and attract. The things that I want. By working hard, by making steps forward into it, taking baby steps. Last year, I did a big transition from the past couple of years before, and then last year was like turning a new leaf for me. And from January to January this year, it has been a huge difference in my lifestyle, in my finances, in my mentality. I feel like I've grown a lot, so I'm taking this time to be proud of myself and to honor myself in the work that I have done, and to just say, like, acknowledge, you know, the things that I need to continue working on and the things that I have been working on, and how it's, you know, been successful for me, and to just keep going in that direction. Now that I have like a you know, direction that I'm going, I feel like this is a good one, and I want to just keep on following that way. And of course, you know, there's going to be detours and stuff going on, and these are going to be challenges, you know, that are basically going to challenges that are going to be lessons that are going to ultimately help me grow in the end. So I'm excited for what this year brings, and I'm excited for, you know, to just continue on that path.
I love that, friend. So yeah, me and Kiki were talking. Well, I made this video the other day speaking on how the real New Year is actually in March, April, when the spring, when the spring starts, when the flowers bloom, because it used to go off a 13-month calendar, just like the 28-day full moons. And then Kiki had saw that and she was like, what did you say?
Oh, I was like, I completely agree with that. And personally, this is just me personally, my birthday is in April. So I definitely feel that. I feel like everybody personally has like their own personal New Year around their birthday, because let's say your birthday is like in June or something. How are you gonna sit here and base your annual growth every January when you were born in June or towards the end of the year? You know, it's like, it kind of feels like a little odd to me to base your annual growth off of something that happened 6 months, let's say 6 months after or 6 months before you were born. You know, I don't know if that makes sense.
No, yeah.
But for me, it makes complete sense how, you know, the whole like 13-month calendar thing, and spring, like everything, the things bloom in spring, things are born in spring. And so for me, I definitely resonate with that because I am a spring baby, and I've always told myself like January, it's like whatever, like New Year's for you know, the population of society. But for me personally, I take my birthday seriously because I take that as my own personal New Year, and spring is that season for me. So when you were talking about the 13-month calendar and how Aries season, it is the first season of the zodiac too. Yes. It just makes complete sense, and I'm like, yo, shout out to Aries season, and shout out to me being Aries, and it just feels fitting. Also, I'm the firstborn child of 6, so it just makes sense how, like, for me, that resonates with me a lot, like being the first, you know, first season, firstborn, and definitely celebrating my new year in that season for sure.
I love that, friend. Okay, come over here.
So what do you think about, you know, what I was saying about the whole like New Year's resolution thing? What I had my New Year's resolutions, but what are yours?
Oh, I mean, I feel like for me, I can resonate with what you're saying, because like when you set such a strict resolution, I feel like when I put that on myself too, like I automatically want to break it, because it's just like, oh, you can never have any sugar, then now I'm just wanting that sugar, you know?
Right, like the cold turkey thing, or like baby steps.
Baby steps. But also like when I did, like, speaking back into like the new year and whatever, like being in April or whatever, when I learned that, it helped me understand it, because like in January I still felt like I was like going through that last like like breakthrough, that last nudge, like before like the flower blooms, you know, like
Right.
the seed is still like coming through the surface. So it's like it may feel like, oh my God, this is supposed to be the new year, but it's still not like all connecting. But that's because it's like it's building up to then. So like I really don't see it as the new year yet. I don't feel like when people are saying Happy New Year to me, like I don't feel like that. Like I don't know. It's just like not sticking in my soul. Like, and I feel like it's just everyone just says that, but then it's not even like with the natural wave of this earth. Like in the spring break, like that's when you like feel energized, like ready to like be born again, you know?
Well, you know how like I don't really feel like that New Year energy much either, and also going into the season thing, like for me personally, I feel like a lot of people feel like this too. The New Year, like the year ends so crazy. Like the end of the year is like a huge rush of get everything that you need to get done right now in the next 2 months, and then holiday season, you gotta buy gifts for everybody, you gotta celebrate time with your family, you gotta work hard, and it's like, what in the world? This is no way to end the year.
No.
It just makes no sense that like it's like this crunch mode, and it's almost like the winter.
It's the dead. I was gonna say, why would the new year be in the dead middle of winter? Like, that's
where things, what blooms in winter, you know? So I definitely feel like, you know, I need time. Like this doesn't really feel like a new leaf. It feels more like me just kind of settling down from the past couple of months.
Yes.
The past couple of months, I'm like, oh, hold on, let me take a breather. And then, you know, maybe in March, I'll feel more acclimated to the 2024.
Yep. I love that. You know that Ethiopia is the only country that is like goes off the 13-month calendar. Like they're still in 2015 right now.
What?
Yeah, literally.
2015?
Yeah, like because their calendar is basically on the right clock.
Oh my God.
You know, crazy, right?
And I always wonder about things like, why do they do things like 365 days, 366 days, or daylight savings? Like I'm like,
to
what is
throw
this?
off the energy, literally, of the natural energy.
There's so many different, like, you know how there's like the fingers of the clock, or the hands of the clock, and then there's the hour, there's the minutes and seconds.
How it all equals 13. Is that what you're gonna say?
No.
Oh,
I didn't know.
If you add each of them, it all will equal. Okay, but what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say how like there's so many different areas where the time is being affected, and like not that time actually necessarily even exists, but it's the fact that, you know, like how they do that, like they throw off the energy, they throw us off
the natural wave.
The natural clock.
And like they used to use the back of a turtle.
Oh yeah.
The tortoise's shell. They have 13 little squares, and like that was the clock. And there's literally 13 perfect 28-day moon cycles, which would be the month. And then Set means 7, Act means 8, Nov means 9, Dec is 10. So then January would be 11, and then February 12, March 13, going in. That's also when Ramadan starts. That's also when he has risen, Jesus.
Yeah.
So it's like that's literally like all of that, like in every religion, it literally relates to the sun coming again, like bringing life.
Yeah.
So I knew you would understand.
But
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how long have you been doing my hair?
That's what I was gonna say. Like how? Yeah, I feel like it's been like I've been here 10 years, so it's got to be like 7 or 8.
I think I was 21 when you started doing my hair.
And how old are you now?
Was I 21? 21. I was 21 and I'm 26 now, turning 27.
So like about 6 or 7 years?
Yeah, 6, 7 years, I would say.
I feel like at least 7, because I've been here 10, and I feel like you've been in my life a good portion of that. You know?
Me too. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely been like 7 years. Yeah.
So yeah, like
We've done some crazy things.
I was thinking.
What was
about
the
that.
first thing I said to you when I got my hair done? Do you remember? I went in for like a consultation or something.
Oh my God, yes, you said that. Okay, if you're gonna be my hairstylist, I want to color all of my hair, every single color. But at the end, I have to know, will you shave my head bald? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yep, and I said yeah.
And she was like, hell yeah! And I was like, good, because nobody else wanted to do it. Nobody wanted to color my hair. Nobody wanted to shave my head. They all told me that I was crazy and I was tripping. And I'm like, I might be crazy, but I'm not tripping.
Right.
Like,
if you can be pretty bald, you're pretty, bro.
so
And you
we
did
did
that. Amber Rose.
Yeah, we did that. We did every color with long hair, and then we did every color with short hair.
Kiki is like my OG like client, soul sister friend. Like all my clients become my friends, but like we literally have done every color together, and then we shaved it, did the Amber Rose.
Yeah. We've done a lot of like exciting, things, and then I got into the acting, and I was like, no, I can't do colors anymore. I gotta go back natural. And then I started going natural, and that was
Do you remember the first thing that I said to you in Starbucks? It's really random. If you remember this,
I don't
You
remember. You're okay. Tell me.
I was like, yeah. Like at first I told you like you're really pretty, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but you look like the girl version of a guy I used to talk to. Do you remember? I said
Yes. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay. I meet some strange people at Starbucks, y'all. I'm telling you. Well, I met some strange people. I'm not there anymore. That was a lifetime ago. But, I met some strange people, but I met some real people. I met some of my closest people. Literally, do you know that I met you? I met Allison and I met Free at Starbucks.
No way. You too? Wow.
Literally.
Yeah.
And then we just met, but then we all became tight because of you. You're like the spiritual stylist / friend maker. You're like the animal whisperer, the nature whisperer, the people whisperer,
The
hair whisperer.
The hair whisperer.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, friend.
Anybody who has hair,
crazy.
and even if you want to cut it off.
We did all the different stuff. Yeah. So what's one of the craziest things we've done?
Well, we've done some crazy stuff that I'm not really gonna say on the podcast. Let's see. You talking about hairstyle?
No, but that's okay. We gotta.
Let's see. We've done some crazy stuff. How about this? One of my favorite experiences with you was the time that we took that trip, like to Central Florida or something like that. I don't even know where we were. I wasn't driving.
I'm the driver.
Yeah, she's the designated driver here. I'm just in the back seat chilling. But we took this cute little 2-3 day trip to Central America, Central Florida. And we got greeted by dolphins at the Airbnb that we stayed at. And that was so cute. It was so fitting. We got greeted by dolphins, and then when we left, they came back to say bye.
The next day.
That was so sweet.
We had like a little spiritual like Airbnb stay.
Retreat. Yeah, it was cute. I want to do so many of those again. I want to do those on an island, like out of the country.
Literally.
That's next. We're gonna be doing that soon. Girls trip. And then we're gonna have our spiritual sister circle meetings there too.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Wait, talk about that. What's this?
The spiritual sister circle. So that's like kind of what she was talking about, of like I guess like I met all, like we have a group of like best friends that we call like the spiritual sister circle or whatever. And it's just like, you know, basically I met all of the girls at a separate point in time in like Florida, and like they were all like my close friend, and then I was just like, each one of these friendships, you know, they really want to grow and become their higher self, and I was just like, I just like basically paired us all up, like had a Friendsgiving one year, and then now it's like our core group of friends in Florida. And like it's just crazy how it all connected, because like she met Allie at Starbucks, and then like I met Pri. She was the first person, I'm one of the first people I met when I moved here 10 years ago, and she had already known our other friend Allie, who I met randomly at a nail salon. And then she came and got her hair done by me, and she didn't even know it was gonna be me. She had just like booked me online, and we had like hit it off in a nail salon one time, because she was like saying like, we were talking about all these conspiracy things, and we were just taking it off, and then one day she randomly booked me online, and I was like, didn't we like hit it off about all those conspiracies in the nail salon? And she's like, yeah. And then she knew Priscilla from high school, and then like basically, yeah, so then that's kind of what like prompted this or whatever. Is like just to like, this isn't just like, oh, a gossip place. This is like a place like where you really like can talk about things that people don't really get to talk about with maybe like their other friends that they go out with, or their family who like they can't like speak about those things with, you know. And then like that's how I got close to all my girls, and when I realized they were on that level with me, like we basically just created our little friend group. And then we did an event one time at my house, and it was called the Spiritual Sister Circle, and you know, we put it on Instagram, and basically we had a cacao ceremony led by my friend Pri, which was like a heart-opening ceremony where we all drank cacao around the fire, and we all said like our intentions for ourselves, like one thing we wanted to let go of, and one thing we wanted to like step into our higher self, and then we like threw it into the fire, and then we did like a group meditation, and then Kiki sang for us. Oh my God, she sings, bro. You guys need to sing together one time. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh my God, my two angels, yes. Yeah. And then she sang for us, and we just like all connected. And like crazy enough, that day, Mike, is actually where I met Amira. I never even met her before, and she had followed me for a while, and this beautiful soul Amira, and she you know, had been wanting to find other girls with that spiritual connection and stuff too, and she came, and we hit it off. And then, you know, I started posting about how I wanted to do a podcast. And then she was like, oh, I know this guy. He does that already. He went to school for it. He's amazing, this and that. And I'm like, word? It's like her boyfriend's best friend, which is Mike, the videographer. And like, it just all connected from that spiritual sister circle. And now we're here.
But you know what? I just think like that whole story just goes to show, like, first of all, your work in the divine plan, right? Like, you realize that you are the source of so many people connecting to each other. And I can personally say, like, one thing I love about our spiritual sister circle is that like each one of us, like, you know, sometimes when you have a group of friends that are connected through one source, it's like you're the link, and so it's like there's only one link, and then there's everybody's connected to that one link. Right. So it's like if you're gone, everybody else just kind of falls off, and that's not the case here. Like in this sense, it was like we felt so connected to each other from because it was like, first of all, your energy is so strong, and it's like our energies are not attracted to your energy because you have good energy. Our energies are attracted to your energy because they're aligned. Yeah. You know? And so So it's
I
like
don't think
it
I
was
like good energy drink.
not just that.
I know, I'm just playing.
But yeah, so it's like not just the good energy. It's like we align. Like we all have that energy that is just supposed to be connected with each other.
Yes.
More than just like that one time that we saw each other and then oh hey, I know you. You're another one of those clients. Yeah, nice to see you. Like it wasn't like that. It was like like we want to stay close with each other. Like even if we saw each other, outside of Mel, like it would still be like we love each other like family, like sisters. And that's what our friendship has become. It's become a group of girls that started off because of Mel, but it's now turned into this thing of like we're all connected like on our own intimate points, on our own intimate, we have our own friendships, so we have our own links to each other. And I love that because there's so many like, I hate to use the word catty, but like that's the word everybody uses to describe how girls can be. And a lot of times,
Can I do this?
it's like,
Yeah? Okay.
a lot of times it's like, they don't want like, it's like, oh, that's my friend.
Right.
You can't be friends with my friend. And it's like, then why would you introduce me to your friend and have us hang out and want us to be nice with each other? You want me to be your enemy?
No,
You want me to be your friend's enemy? Because you being friends with your friend's enemy doesn't make you your friend's friend. Rewind that part, because I said what I said. And so that's how I feel. I'm like, if we are connected to her like how we are and we all feel that connection with her, then it would be like, a given that we should feel the same connection towards each other if it's supposed to be, which obviously it feels like it is. And because of that, it was like, like the conversations that we have with each other, the things that we share with each other, like this is not just, like I'm sharing this with you because like I'm going through this and nobody can relate. It's like we're realizing that we're all completely different people. We all have completely different upbringings. We come from different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different locations, and yet somehow or another, we resonate.
Yep.
And if that can happen to us 5, then what's to say that it can't happen to 500 other women, 5,000 other women, 5 million? Like, what's to say that the person watching this or hearing this right now in another country isn't saying, I feel the same exact way. I'm going through the same thing. So that's why I'm sure, not me speaking for Mel, but I just kind of feel like, it's so good that you're doing this podcast because it's just one other source of you. Like you've done it so many times, in the salon. And that's why you've heard it so many times, people telling you, like the energy that you have, you need to get it out there. Like this has to go beyond just the salon walls. Like the stories that happen here, like we share those with our families. Like, oh my gosh, you won't believe the experience that I had in the salon today. This miracle that happened in the salon today. Not just how great my hair turned out, but the fact that like something spiritual happened that changed my life forever. And then having these connections where you could come back and be like, hey, like you are a source now. You are that like place, that safe haven for so many people. And that's the kind of friends that people need. That's what friendship is all about. So to have that with each other, a tight-knit group of people, and to all be in the same page, to be like, I want to share this, whatever I can do to elevate this, this image, this mood or whatever. I'm lacking words right now, but like, to just share this message with the world, like we can all do it. We can all help each other in all of our different ways. We have so many abilities as friends, as people, and it's like as long as we have the same goal, and we have the same vision, like we could do so many things with it.
Facts, bro. Feel that. Thanks, Kiki. That's so nice to say. I do feel that, and I do feel like what else is if we're not connecting and sharing the stories to like reach to our higher self, like there really is a lack of the purpose then, you know, and just like, I feel like so many different people are going through their own shift of their own like life and what they know and what they know they need to let go of to live in their higher self and their higher reality. And like sometimes like our families and people that are why we are the way we are and like kind of create the triggers, we can't sometimes share those same emotions. But then, you know, you meet in a place like in here and then you meet your girl like, oh wow, she's going through the same thing, you know, and then we can just like share each our own knowledge and experience, and like through that connection, like it helps. Yeah, like you said, like it's the magic room. It makes you feel more safe, and like you can express yourself, and I love that.
There's literally, now that I think about it, there's literally no other place that I can go to. Like, you know how you go to school and you deal with these people every single day, and so you kind of like become friends with them because you see them every single day, you share all the same classes, and it's like, okay, whatever, like we're not friends, we're just like acquainted, but like whatever. Here, it's like this is the only place that I come to get a service done. This doesn't happen when I go to get my nails done or a pedicure or a facial or whatever. Like this doesn't happen any other time. Only when I come here is when I could come in here, walk into a room full of people that I don't know, come in here to get a service, and I walk out feeling like I made a bunch of friends. We start following each other on social media. We start networking with each other. And then next thing you know, it's like next time we see each other, it's like, hey girl. Or we're commenting on each other's Instagram like, happy birthday girl, oh my God, congratulations. Oh, I'm praying for you and all this stuff. And it's like, where do you do that at? Like, where do you actually walk into a place just to get a simple service and walk out like feeling like you just made friends, like you made a lifetime connection, like people that you actually start to care about.
Oh, I love that. That is so true, bro. Let's see if we can do this.
That is true. Ooh,
okay. Maybe I'm gonna get closer to you like this. The last part, and then maybe we'll stop for a second. So I have another thing I want to bring up. I don't even know if you've heard of this because I just brought it up to Cree, brought it up to.
Oh my God, this is new news.
I wonder because some people know about it and some people don't know about it. But as we know, and as if you don't know, if you've ever heard like the term like the veil is breaking right now, like what that means is like we used to be in a 3D reality and now we're entering in 5D. That's why the phones always are in the same flow with the humans. Like we used to have 3G on our phone, now we have 5G because we're stepping into the 5th dimension, the 5D. What that means is the veil is breaking between what is real and what is not. The aliens, the creatures like this and that, right? So it's even in the Bible and stuff too. Like all of this really is in the Bible. So I don't know, did you hear about this? Because people literally, we live in Miami, and how did we not hear about this? But, and I want to know if y'all heard about this too, but like 3 days ago, apparently like 200 cops get called to the Miami mall, to the mall. Why? Because I guess like some jits were like having a fight with sticks or fireworks, but like 200 cops, like if you see the video, it's literally lined up all down the street. So then later, like more things are coming out on Instagram and TikTok, and they're saying that people in the mall on the first 50 calls, they said that they saw like 8 to 9 foot beings and that they started shooting at them, yes, and that it's getting no media coverage. Like basically it's like giants or beings of some things, and like they're trying to cover it up with that. But like if you search this up, and the power went out for 3 days around, maybe not 3 days, maybe like 3 hours around that area, like where their phones were, and then the airport got shut down that same night. And like we don't even know about this, and we live here, but like people in Michigan are messaging me and like, have you heard about this? People on TikTok like are talking about it, and you know how they like find things out on Instagram sometimes quicker than, just like if you've seen Don't Fuck with Cats, they literally found that killer. But have you heard of this?
No, I literally have not. I have not heard of this news. which is kind of crazy because, like you said, like I literally live here, and
Right.
how did I not hear about this?
I know, bro, but now you gotta search it up, but you're not gonna be able to find too much on it because apparently they're trying to cover it up. But
I
also-
do believe in the veil thing, like in
Yeah.
the 5G thing. I actually spent a couple hours, like not too long ago, researching, like digging deep into the rabbit hole, like
Yeah.
the 5th dimension, the 6th dimension, and so on and so forth, and how like time space continuum.
It's all the same thing.
Yeah, and well, it was like this guy from like a video a long time ago explaining like time and space.
The white boy,
Yes,
and then he died.
he didn't die.
Yeah, they couldn't find
He
him.
didn't die.
Are you sure?
He didn't die. He didn't die. He didn't die.
No, honestly, I mean, I'm not trying to like be a dead.
No, I don't think he died.
Really? All right.
Because I saw something that he said I didn't die.
Well, yeah, he didn't die because you can't.
They said that he died. That they couldn't find him, but he's alive and he's actually married.
See, perfect. He went. That makes more sense. He was
And-
in hiding.
Yeah, he did low-key go into hiding.
Okay, y'all. So now we did a blowout, but now she wants me to do a little face frame haircut. So we're gonna just trim it up a little bit, and then we're not doing the full cut. We're just
Yeah, just a little.
But since she's here, I'm just gonna graze that.
Mel, have you had an alien encounter?
Oh my god, actually, I mean, I've actually been waiting to tell this story. I'm not kidding, but it's okay. So an alien is basically a higher version of us, like us at a higher dimension, so we can like travel through space and time higher. But the one I'm gonna tell you guys about is actually and it's crazy because I was gonna tell you this story last night. Remember I was gonna tell you the movie thing, something that happened to me in a movie. Okay. Whew, this is actually a crazy story. I'm not even kidding. This will show you that the veil is breaking. It also like has to do with like, oh my god, I'm just starting to cut your hair. Not a lot, but just that little thing. It's good. Okay, so this also has to do with like the time that we're going into of like people's energy, like angels and demons has been like in so many different like religions and this and that, and like what that can mean is like what frequency you are on earth. Like if you're at a low vibrational place, you're gonna see like more low vibrational things, but like on everything. And I have my other best friend to vouch for this, or else I might have thought I was crazy, but she saw it too. So this is the story. So we went to go see the movie. What's the movie with where they like expose the underground like sex trafficking ring?
Oh,
The Sound of Freedom?
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. Okay, so me and my bestie Christina were gonna go see that movie, right? And I was hesitant because like I just already knew what it was about, and you know that stuff is really heavy and stuff. But I was like, this is good in my head at first, like with making people aware of this situation of what's going on and stuff, right? But not realizing that like you can go see that movie if you're not aware of it and it's there to educate you, but like if you already had this like higher conscious and know what's going on, that was like basically a dark portal for like darker energy people to like be there. And I basically like literally saw one. So I know this literally is gonna sound crazy, but honestly it's the truth. So me and my friend Tina are in this movie, right? And obviously it's about child sex trafficking, so it's really, really sad, like sort of thing, you know? It's nothing light. So throughout the movie, I'm gonna give it a little more juice, okay? Before I tell this story. So we're in the movie and it's really heavy, and I'm thinking like I'm crying the whole time. Like that energy was really hard. I probably definitely shouldn't have gone and saw that movie, like being such an empath that I am, but we went and whatever. So throughout the movie, like if someone was sitting in the front, and like when a dark thing would happen, like a dark part of the story, we would this guy, which it sounded like a a guy with a really high-pitched voice, like he would start to laugh like at a dark thing that was happening in the movie, and like people, it started to like make other people feel uncomfortable in the thing, and where I was just like, is he like okay? Like who just laughs at that, right? So it happened a little bit in the beginning, and then getting towards the end, there's probably like 30 minutes left in the movie, and it's a really dark scene. Like something is happening to this girl, and it's like no time to have been laughing, and then he's literally like laughing at the highest pitch of his things, and then like everyone in the theater was getting uncomfortable, right? So that's when somebody behind us said, what the fuck is so funny? Like I don't see anything funny, this and that. And then this guy like kind of stands up and starts like saying like, you couldn't even really make out what he was saying, and he was kind of like mumbling and like still laughing and like being like really sketchy, and he was basically like saying a name and I couldn't really hear it, right? So then I look at Tina and instantly like I turned, like my stomach turned. I was like, no, we're not supposed to be here anymore. Like that's really dark energy right there. Like I could feel it. Like at first like you're kind of thinking like of the things that happened in the movie theater, like maybe that's that type of energy, but it wasn't. It was like, it was such a dark energy. So then he gets up and is pacing at the front of the movie theater, and he like paced like 3 times, and me and Tina are like, bro, I'm like, we need to get out of here. No, it was, bro, literally.
What theater was that? So I can never
go there. It won't even matter because it won't happen. But so this isn't even the crazy part, guys. Like, so then when he's like at one side, we went on the other side, and he was walking out a little bit ahead of us, right? And it didn't fit the description. Honestly, it sounded like a gay black guy who was laughing, but when we saw him in person, it was a white bald man, and he was like middle-aged, 50, and he was walking ahead of us, and he went into the bathroom, and that's when we got out of there, and we kind of told the people at the front, we're like, honestly, like we're not trying to like scare you, but like there's a guy just like laughing at some weird like pedophilic things in there, and it's just making everyone uncomfortable, and like basically we're leaving, and then we gave him the description. So then me and Tina go outside, right, go to get in our car. So this is how it's set up. If you walk out of the movie theater is right here, right? This right here is a parking lot. Will you hold this, friend? This is the parking lot we were in with a main road and a main road, and there was another big parking lot that led to the main road right here. So we run to our car and are getting in there. We're literally sitting there, we're like, that was like something really dark. Like I could feel it. Like I knew in my gut we had to leave and this and that. And then she's like, no, me too, bro, I'm getting really scared. And then she goes, that's him. And he was walking out of the theater 20 minutes early. He's walking out. He can't see us because we're in these things of cars. He gets out of the theater and then starts pacing to this other parking lot over here. And we're literally like 50, 60 feet away, cars ahead of us, tinted out car, right? And he's in this car. And we're gonna like leave out this parking lot to leave and see this. So we're like, bro, like I wanna see this guy. Like he looked like he had dark eyes, like something was dark about him. So we get in the car and we're like talking about him, like talking shit, like seeing what's gonna happen and whatnot. And no joke, he's literally over here walking to his car. And we're way over here in another thing, like trying to look through cars, talking about him. And literally, I have to put this down for this guy. I know, this is crazy. Literally, he goes, so we're like, we're over there driving, like to get out, whatever. And then like he's walking like this and literally goes,
oh, hell no.
Starts literally walking dead ass towards our car like that, literally. And I'm like, wait, is this a joke? Like, is this guy literally like charging in our car? I'm like, Tina. So we're literally trying to get to the front. He's literally dead ass walking towards our car like this, eyes black, never seen it in my eyes. And then,
bro, those are demon eyes.
It's literally a demon. And we got to the main road and we turned out and literally looked back. He literally was at the end of the road like this, looking, staring down the road.
That's
literally
some scary
everything.
movie shit.
No, it literally was. And like we were literally in shock for 30 minutes after. We literally were like, if you weren't here, I wouldn't have known if that was just real. Like literally. So basically, that isn't to like scare anyone. That's just to like to show people.
I don't want to show it out. I would have.
Literally, like, you guys know The Walking Dead? Like,
That was a fucking zombie.
or like, have you guys seen what's the movie with Bird Box? Like, you know how that guy like comes in and has those eyes? Like, it was literally that.
When was that?
No, I've seen people
It was
with
when
demon
that movie
eyes.
came out, bro.
But I just recently saw that movie and
You
it was
did?
the saddest shit ever. And it did make me feel like sick.
Sick,
I just
right?
felt sick afterwards. Like,
'Cause
like I was a fucking sicko. Like,
Sicko.
Demons
I know, bro. So it really is a
Thank
spiritual
God,
warfare.
like, yeah, thank God you were like protected.
Literally.
Got out of there.
I wasn't like deathly scared. Like I was okay, but I was more in shock of like,
That's just eerie.
is this really happening? Like, I couldn't believe it. And then like, just to know like we were in that theater with him, and it's just like, so then the day after that, I follow this girl. Her name is like the realest to ever do it. She's basically like one of my spiritual mentors that I followed for forever, and she just like knows the accordance of the earth, and she spoke on that the next day after I saw it and was like, if you have a higher conscious, you're a star seed on this planet, don't go see this movie. This isn't for you. This is for people who don't know about this yet, to wake them up. If you know about this, it's basically a portal for lower energy beings to like come closer to you, basically. And I was just like,
And that's what they want to do. They want to scare
Damn,
you.
that's crazy.
right?
That's crazy because
Scare you.
Yes.
I just watched that movie the other day for the first time.
And
That
she
movie-
just said that too,
Yeah,
bro.
I did, and that movie has a lot of controversy. Like the guy, they accused him of kind of fabricating a story. So,
Right.
Like that. I don't know.
The
that
white-
maybe
the
he
white
made
man?
character- the main, yeah, the white man, and also he has allegations now of
He does.
sexual abuse.
He
So I was
does.
like, what?
I know. Yeah, I know. It's hard to even know what to believe then.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
was
like, but
I know, but
But
the
no.
story stuff that happened, like, you know, for the good of like just saving children and stuff. Like hopefully there's some good that comes out of your awareness, but
But I feel like
also
honestly,
it does like yeah.
I
an
feel like
empath too,
honestly,
it's
a lot of times like the people, like if you're a pedophile
yeah.
or if you're greed or whatever, and you don't care about children getting, you know, doing or
No, you're like
experiencing those things. Like a lot of times people will watch the movie and they have no empathy. They're literally
Nothing.
sick in the head. They're literally like that. That's like a demonic spirit that lives in people. That's the amplified version of the spirit that lives in so many people that they're just desensitized. They're just like,
Yeah.
oh wow, that's crazy. And it's like you realize that at the end of the movie, it said that United States is
It's
like the
yeah.
number one place that's practicing child sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Like they just said it. This is not, and then this is reality. It's crazy.
flip your hair upside down.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So we are almost done. Now the final part of the hair by Mel experience is like, I usually don't let you like see the hair until the end. Is that right, Kiki?
yeah.
Every time she hasn't got to see it. This isn't anything crazy, you know. I've made her wait on way bigger reveals, but this is just a little blowout to show the effect, you know. And then I'm gonna show her her new hair, and then we're gonna end with picking her spirit animal of the day. And you know, that's usually how we do it. So, ready to see your new hair, Kiki?
Yeah.
Nice little blowout for sleep time. Time to the time.
Ooh. Yes. Hold on. You gotta show the camera this though.
Alright, you know, get that.
Oh.
Yeah. Woo! The
Yes.
audience in the back, sexy.
Nice and voluminous and
Does
bouncy.
It was
Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
So guys, I used to have this like spirit animal book, and basically what it would do is just like after a session with me, you know, we're talking about where we're at in life, everything you've been at, you know, and like usually like when you get your hair done, it's like that first step you take moving into like your daily like rituals with yourself of like maintaining yourself to make yourself feel good again. Usually when you get your hair done, you're looking for that next guidance, next step, you know? So then basically you pick your power animal of the day, and whichever one that it chooses for you is like usually a message that you really need to hear at that time. And like usually I'll feel out like sometimes like that might like scare some people because it's like the cards, you know, but like it's not even like that. It's just like the energy where you're at right now. So just to kind of like show you that you're on the right path and show you that like when you believe in yourself, like the energy will always like line up, and just give you a little, you know, a little insight. So we're about to do Kiki's and see what her spirit animal of the day is, okay?
So we found the spirit animal. This is the spirit animal, Keith.
You want to hold on?
Oh, the baby. No, I want to pick my spirit animal.
Okay.
You got yours for the day?
Oh. The baby, look at the baby. Okay, Keith.
It's a baby.
He's just saying, like, what? He's
He's so lost right now.
He's like, what do I do?
What is happening?
There you go. Go to your other routine. Okay. So we're gonna see some of our spirit animal of the day is, and what your message of the day is.
Let's see what my message is. You know I don't be reading my messages.
You listen to the inner messages.
No, I do. I just don't listen to the voicemails.
Oh,
Was it?
Is that it?
my goodness.
It fell.
It is.
Must be the one.
Okay, she got the rabbit, fertility. But that doesn't necessarily just mean that. It says
Fertility. Hold on.
Oh shit. But no, it says your creativity is at a peak, and it's gonna go deeper into that, because a rabbit is known for being fertile, but it's not just babies, because we know that we're not doing that with you yet. So the message of the rabbit. This is an incredibly creative and fertile time right now. Get going on those projects you've always wanted to do and have started but haven't finished. These are not necessarily ones that have to do with earning money, but bring you passion. Whether it's writing, painting, expressing your forms with different art, don't even think about whether you're good enough or don't measure up. Let them be unique manifestations of your imagination without comparing them to anything else. If you're spending a lot of time frittering away precious time on things that aren't really important, take that energy and pour it back into your creative pursuits. If everything is work, 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 and it's not play, 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 oh my God, this is for you, bro. All those distractions set aside, all those distractions sidetrack you from knowing the joy of your pure, unaltered, artistic revelation. Go for it and let, oh my God, I just got the chills, and let yourself be inhibited by the process of joy. Vigilance, abundance, agility, sacrifice.
Dude.
Yeah. We just talked about this.
Were we just talking about this? Like at the beginning of the podcast, you were literally saying like
your work, work, work.
All I'm doing is work, 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 and I really want to take this time out for the year, especially at the beginning of the year before the new year.
The real new year?
Yeah, before the real new year, I want to take this next 4 months, you know, essentially to really set in and settle down from that work and get into that mode of like that happy, right, healthy balance for sure. So
and now split the deck in half for your second one to lead you into this energy.
The second one.
Okay, good job. And then pull this one.
That one.
Yeah. What did you get, friend?
A badger.
A badger, and what does it say? Perseverance?
Oh, dig in and see it. Oh, perseverance. Dig in and see it through to completion.
Wow. You're going to have to be more patient and persistent than you've ever been. The result or answer isn't that far away, but you just got to hang in there and stay with it. Too often in the past, you've tended to either give up easily or take the shortcuts of your relationship, career, or even your spiritual growth. It's important. If it's important enough for you to ask the question, then it's just important for you to remain steady in pursuit of the answer. It doesn't matter that you got a few inches or several miles. Take your time, no need to hurry, and keep the sights on the objective. You have to put your feelings and any ambience aside for the time being. Indeed, you might even meet some resistance, but don't give up. You really are almost there. But before getting there, first live in the present. It's only from this moment that you can truly proceed on the journey of wherever you're headed. So go to it. Self-reliance, determination, assertiveness, willingness.
Wow. That's so true. I honestly feel like one of the hardest things for a person like me, being an Aries, is that I'm super passionate, you know, and passionate obviously is a strong suit of mine, but in times it could also be a weakness when I allow my emotions to take control over me. You know, like I should be able to control my emotions. And something that I've been working on since last year has definitely been like things like accountability and just like understanding that feelings are valid, but emotions are fleeting. You know? And so you can't really
live in that emotion.
Yeah, you can't really allow your emotions to be so heavy on you.
Right.
And so for me, like that resonates with me because I know that in all aspects, whether it be my work, my career, my relationship, my friendships, a lot of times my emotions can get in the way. You know, can get in the way where I feel like a certain entitlement, you know, to, you know, expectations. And I realized that one of the things that I need to be accountable for and work on being accountable for this year is to really be comfortable with having no expectations.
Yes, like literally surrendering to the universe, like whatever is meant for you. That is the key. And when you do that, it hurts and it feels like heavy, and like the unknown is the most scary, but it's like also the best feeling in the world because like the world is then your
oyster. Everything works out in your favor anyways. It doesn't matter if it sucks, if it's hard, if it feels good, if it feels bad. It doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, it's all for your benefit. So
it's not happening to you, it's happening
for you.
I love that, friend. That was so good. Thank you. Hug it out. Love you, friend.
Love you
that
too.
was awesome. So, yeah, y'all. I guess. Let me get a little closer to my friend. That was the second episode of The Spiritual Stylist. Couldn't have anyone else on it but my girl Kiki. So, you know, we're gonna do one episode each week, like with a guest, like sharing their story and just conversating on different spiritual topics. And then the next week, it's just gonna be me by myself, kind of like the first one, talking about different spiritual topics or my own spiritual stories and just helping you connect with yourself and your consciousness and just ways that you can learn to flow that energy through you and basically, you know, just learn to become your highest self. So we'll switch it up between interviews with my peeps or new peeps. We'll see where it takes us. And then, yeah, just learning the laws of the universe. Don't forget to like and subscribe.